Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Welcome to my channel. If you're new to this channel, consider subscribing because we talk a lot about the coming of the Mahdi, Dajjal, Ya'juj and Ma'juj. So again, if you're new here, consider subscribing. Today's video, I will be talking to you guys about the lineage of Prophet sallallahu and also the lineage of the Mahdi, Imam Mahdi. In Islam, we believe that if you have more kids, it is better because then the number of the ummah will increase. The question is, would Mahdi be the last person from the family of Fatima, from the family of Rasulullah sallallahu? Would it end? Would the lineage, would the people, the family of Rasulullah sallallahu, I should say, would stop expanding after the coming of the Mahdi? Would it stop having more generation from the lineage of Rasulullah sallallahu after the coming of the Mahdi? Now, few things that would support the idea that yes, even though the Mahdi will be here, but he will not be the last person. Okay, he is not the last family member. Number one reason that will support is the hadith. Rasulullah sallallahu, he mentioned that I want to see on the day of judgment the highest number of followers. My ummah would be the biggest, the largest ummah. In that case, the lineage will continue on until we fulfill the last major sign of the day of judgment. Another reason, now before I go to the other reason, I want to tell you one thing why it would not extend beyond the Mahdi is because of the hadith. The Prophet sallallahu, he said that man tudrikum sa'atu min shirari nasi man tudrikum sa'atu wa hum ahya'un. The Prophet said that the worst people or the day of judgment will be on the worst people. Okay, in other words, we will only have bad people coming and seeing the Qiyamah, okay, witnessing with their own eyes. And we know that how pure the lineage of Rasulullah is. His lineage is so pure that there was no child born, okay, all the way from his father, the grandfather, and all in that lineage, out of wedlock. I mean, it means no children in his lineage was born outside of marriage. There was no fornication, there was no adultery being committed for which a child was born in his lineage. Okay, this is how pure his lineage is. So when we talk about the coming of the Qiyamah, right, the end of time, and people who would be the worst, we do not want to say that the lineage of Rasulullah will survive. It will go up until the coming of the Qiyamah, that even the worst of people from the lineage of Rasulullah will be alive. Okay, we do not want to say that simply because his lineage is pure and we respect it, and Allah Azza wa Jal, according to our understanding, will not have people, the worst of people from his lineage. So in that sense, we can say that no, the lineage of Rasulullah will not continue on after the coming of the Mahdi. So he will be the last person, from his family who will witness, the end of time, and then that's it. After that time, there is no more people from the Ahl Bayt, right? But at the same time, as I said, there is another hadith that says that the Prophet ﷺ, he wants the ummah to grow. The other thing that I also want to mention, why his lineage will continue, you may say, is because today if you look at the Arabs, right, and we know the Mahdi is from the Arabs, because Mahdi minni, so some said the Mahdi is from me. If you take a look at the situation of the Arab, especially young Arab Muslim, you will see that they get married at a relatively early age. Okay, and a lot of them, they get married twice, 3 times, 4 times, a lot of them. The point here is that they do get married. They love to have kids. They love to have babies. They love to have families. And when the Mahdi will be here, we do not, I do not know exactly how old he will be, whether 40 years old, because I did not find anything from my study, from my research, that would indicate his exact age. The only thing that we know, he will be here for 7 to 9 years. But we do not know how old he will be. But here is one solution. Even though we do not know his age, we can say approximately he will be at least someone who is an adult, who is a matured person, and who also lived a good number of years of his life. Means he is not someone who is 20 years old or 30 years old. We can expect, again, Allahu Alam, I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, you can correct me in a dignified way, not by insulting people. SubhanAllah, the Muslims, when it comes to leaving comment, they're SubhanAllah, I have seen, unfortunately, brothers do not have that etiquette, that Islamic manners. You can leave a comment and tell me your opinion, if you found anything with the Quran and Sunnah. He will not be someone who would be 30, 40 years old, 20, 30 years old. There's this guy is going home, I think. Okay, he will not be somebody who is in his early 30s or 20s. At least that's what we can say, because Allah Azza wa Jal will rectify him, and not only that, he will be given a huge responsibility by Allah Azza wa Jal, and that will happen fairly quickly. So Allah Azza wa Jal, the point here is that Allah Azza wa Jal will not give somebody a huge responsibility to unite the whole ummah when he is only 20 years old or 30 years old. My understanding is that he could be 40 years old, just like the age of Rasulullah sallallahu when he received Nabuwah, or it could be maybe later than 40 years. Allahu Alam, again, I do not know. I have not found any exact date of his age, or exact hadith, I should say, of his age. So that could be the reason why the Mahdi will already have kids. So as I said, Arabs love to have babies, they love to have families. So the Mahdi is coming from the Arab, will have family, most likely he will have kids, so his lineage will continue on. But there is another reason why that may not be possible, that this will be the last person, okay, from the family, from the Ahlul Bayt of Rasulullah sallallahu, and that is that if you think about it, okay, the Mahdi will be what? The bridge between the major and the minor signs. In other words, the whole world will be having this huge transformation through one person, and that is the Mahdi. The transformation I'm talking about is nothing will be like what we see today. It will all be vanished. It will all be gone. The technology, the system, the angelic system you see, the weather, the weather pattern that we have, social media, anything, whatever you see today, this will be all gone. Okay, and we'll be living in a completely new and totally different time during the major signs. Okay, the 10 major signs. So if he is the bridge, right, Allahu Alam, again, qadr of Allah, he could be sent, or he could be, right now one thing we know is that we do not know exactly who are the direct lineage of the Prophet sallallahu. If you go to the Middle East, you will see people from Banu Hashim. Yeah, they exist, but it is hard to say really, to confirm who is the pure lineage, right? Who is that person, that family directly from Rasulullah. There are many of us, but you cannot say with confidence that the Prophet ﷺ was my forefather. You cannot say that with confidence, except for the Mahdi. So when he will be here, he will just be here. Allah Azza wa Jal will choose him from out of all the mankind, the humankind who live today, billions of people. Just one person Allah will choose. He will reveal him, means he will reveal Mahdi. He will expose Mahdi to the rest of the world, and that way he will not only honor the family of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, but also bring an end to the family of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Again, Allahu Alam, I am just saying because I have never come across, I've been studying this hadith from the Quran for a long time, and I have not come across anything that will contradict what I said today in this video. If I did, again, you can correct me. If not, just leave a comment and let me know your opinion, whatever you think, what will happen, and I really appreciate your comment, because we are here to build a community. Jazakallah for tuning in. Like this video if you did, share this video, leave your comment, and I'll see you soon again. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.